Hunt, voice of the Patriots, and here we are this week with Coach Vickers again on Patriot TV. Our boys won game number 5 this past Friday night at Clay County. It was a nasty night, rain, mud, and everything else you wanted, which kind of offensively, I guess, kind of limited our cutting ability and maybe our pushing for extra yardage. But we got in the opening and we kind of let it fly when we got loose Friday night.
Yeah, Randy, we played fairly well offensively, other than a few turnovers. We were able to move the ball. I think we had 315 yards rushing, 123 or so passing, so almost 450 yards. So you can never be too disappointed with that kind of effort. Our kids played hard. It was we did have some adverse conditions with the rain in the field, but the neat thing about it was everything was really tight, and it was a kind of a closed-in environment, and so it was a good experience for our kids in that aspect. I think maybe the field affected us a little bit more defensively. We didn't get to use our speed quite as much as I thought we could against Clay County, but our kids played hard, and that's what matters right now at this point in the season. So I'm proud of them, and we're ready to kind of build off that and keep things rolling here, hopefully.
Interestingly, I observed Friday night that field positions were bad, but Friday night, Tyler Haga, our quarterback, he threw 123 yards, probably threw more passes than he has all year. And I'm just curious if we had a mindset going in, but to the game we were going to throw the ball a little more, or if the defense caused us to throw it up a little more, because I wasn't expecting that on a rainy Monday night like that.
Our game plan was to throw the ball more, and had it not been rainy and muddy the way it was, we probably would have thrown the ball 12 to 15 times. That was our game plan. The way things worked out, we decided to kind of pick our chances, and we had some turnovers that kind of cut some drives short. But I think Tyler was 3 for 4, and the fourth pass should have been caught for a touchdown. I mean, it was a good throw, and our receiver just kind of I think he just relaxed for a second, was bringing the ball in, and kind of lost control of it there. So he was 3 for 4 for 123 yards. Pretty basic stuff that we work on every week in practice as far as what we threw. And so they executed it well under tough conditions. And so that's something we want to continue to evolve if we can. And we'll just see. We get in the game and kind of it's more of a game type situation. But we did hope to throw a little more last week. So.
Well, that answers my question. We're going to have Tyler on the show here in a little while also. The ground game, like you said, we churned out 316 yards. Connor Gibson had a great game, 172 yards on 12 carries. He had the first 4 touchdowns, and Noah Adams picked up 70 yards. Matt McKinney picked up 50 yards. We had other guys moving the ball, so the ground game was strong as usual. But Connor had a really good game Friday night.
Yeah, Connor's got some unique abilities. He's always going ahead, forward. He's kind of a plugger in there, but he also has really good vision and some quickness and some good hip movement where he can make some moves and kind of create some problems for the defense. So certainly we ran. I think he had 12 carries for 172 yards. He's averaging about 10 yards a carry this year. So he's certainly given us the ability to kind of to attack both sides of the ball, inside and outside, and so that makes us more dangerous. I mean, we're averaging almost 300 yards a game running the ball, so that's something that we're going to try to keep doing as we move here these last 4 games, and those guys are a big part of it. And Connor was just we just a little bit more successful to run the ball left against Clay County, and so that worked out in Connor's favor.
Yeah, he seemed to find the open holes there a couple times, and he got some big chunks on a couple runs. Defensively, we had another fantastic game. I was looking at stats. Clay County had 92 all-purpose yards. That's all-purpose yards, so they didn't even reach 100 yards. And I think most of that yardage probably came in the second half because the first half we pretty much kept them shut down. Matt McKinney, Chase Mills, Logan Muncie all had a lot of tackles. The defense looked really tough Friday night.
Yeah, they played really well. They had like a 40-yard completion, maybe 35-yard on one pass play that we just kind of mistimed our jump on. That we were kind of in not terrible position. We could have made a play, we just didn't. And they probably had 35, 40 yards rushing in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game after we kind of rotated some kids in. When we have starting defenses in there, they played great. We forced a lot of bad throws, and they really just had a really tough time. They probably had negative yards rushing against our first team defense, and so I'm proud of those guys. They play hard. It certainly is a strength of our team, and we're going to need it this week for sure. And I expect those guys to come out and respond and play against a very high-powered offensive team in Summers County on Friday, and we'll certainly have a test. And I'm kind of anxious to see what we can do.
Speaking of Summers County, it's Friday night. It's homecoming. We moved up to number 11 in the polls today. Summers County they're 4-1. They are currently number 7 in the single A poll. A lot of people may not know that Summers County has dropped down to single A this year. They're solid. They're averaging about 40 points a game. And so what are we going to see Friday night?
Less than that, hopefully. In all honesty, they're a good team overall. They have a good defense as well. But offensively, they usually, if their quarterback's playing, they're throwing the ball over 200 yards a game. Run the ball for 150, 200 yards a game. They're averaging about 400 yards of offense a game. So they're certainly multifaceted. They can throw the ball. Their quarterback runs the ball well too. They have a decent little running back in there that runs hard. They have some really good athletic receivers. So for us, we're going to have to kind of slow down or shut down their run game, make them throw the ball, which is what they're good at, and then we're going to have to kind of hopefully have them throw the ball quick, and then tackle in space. And if we can do that, if we can tackle in space, when they make those completions and kind of cut out the big plays, then I think we'll be all right. We'll just have to see how if we're able to do that. I think our guys, will be just fine, but we're going to have to make plays, that's for sure.
Well, we faced West Side was a throwing team. Even Clay County last week, they like to throw it up. So we've had a little bit of success against the pass. So hopefully that stays on par. It's Friday night's homecoming. We want a big crowd out here. I'm expecting a huge crowd. This is the second year in a row we've been 5-1 going into the Summers County game. So it's a big game, a lot on the line. We got to keep winning. Right now we're 11th. We'd like to. Last year we were playing for that 16th spot. I would like to see. I think our goal this year would have a home game for playoffs, and we keep winning, possibly keep moving up in the ranks, and that's where we'll end up. So to me, that would be. I'd shoot for that home game for the first playoff game. That would be a great place, finishing in the top 8. So we'll be right back with Tyler Haga in just a minute. Randy Hunt with Patriot TV. All right, welcome back to Patriot TV. I have with me my buddy Tyler Haga, senior quarterback. Tyler, we've had Noah Adams on here. We've had some other guys that wrestlers they've sat out the last 3 years, haven't played football since high school. You're a basketball player by trade, and you haven't played football since middle school. And so you've, just like some of your wrestling buddies, you guys have decided to come out this year. What led you to come back and play this game your senior year?
All of my teammates, they just tried to talk me into it. And actually, me and Noah Adams, we made a pact that if one of us plays next season, then the other one has to play. So we just kind of came together and wanted to go out with a bang.
All right. So it was a package deal. All right, good deal. obviously the Chris Vickers offense, it's a run first. We are heavy on the run. We haven't thrown the ball a whole lot, but Friday night you put the ball up in the air several times. Coach told me, he said if it wouldn't have been raining and muddy, we may have thrown it a dozen or times. But you had some pretty good passes the other night in the rain. Looked like your favorite targets were Markus Guy and Logan Kelly. Tell us about the plays that were successful Friday night.
Yeah, Marcus and Logan, they're both athletes. I feel comfortable throwing them the ball. I think the first pass play, 2-point conversion, was Logan. He was wide open and back in the end zone. And the second one was a seam route to Logan. Threw it over his shoulder. He made a really good catch. He had a guy on his back. And Marcus Guy, I feel like I can throw it anywhere on the field and he'll go get it. He's an athlete. He'll make a move after he catches it. And I just felt comfortable throwing the ball all night, really, even in the rain. I just felt good about it.
Again, I've been with you for many years playing basketball, and I know that's your sport you love a lot. Just getting away from football for just a second, what are we anticipating for basketball this year? I know we got a couple new faces maybe showing up. So just tell the fans what we're going to see on the basketball court this winter.
Yeah, I'm really excited about basketball. I'm pumped up. We got my good friend Dylan Dickens from Liberty transferred this year. Dylan's been playing AAU with all of us since we were little, and I think it's going to be a really good season. We've been working hard all summer. We had a really successful summer, and I'm excited. I think it's going to be really good.
I'm excited too for basketball, but let's get football season over first. We're 5-1. It's not a bad place to be. We're ranked 11th in today's poll. We were going to face Summers County Friday night. So tell us what you and your teammates are doing to prepare for Summers County and their offensively and defensively.
We watched film on them the other day, and Coach really wants us to focus on this game, but we're going to take it as any other game. We're going to go out there, play our hardest. Today we went over offense and stuff and schemes to work on them, and I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be a very competitive game. Defense and offense is going to be tough, but I really feel like we should come out on top if we play to the best of our abilities.
And it's homecoming. It's a home game. We've only got 4 games left. We've only got 2 home games left. So this week's homecoming, and the next game is senior night. We always seem like we've been having great fan support. What do you have to say to our fans that are going to come out Friday night?
It's going to be a show. Hope to see all y'all out there. Pack it out, sell it out. It's gonna be a fight, but I hope y'all can come support us, and we'll put on a good show for y'all.
All right, Tyler, we thank you, man. Appreciate you being on Patriot TV. We need a huge crowd Friday night. It's homecoming. I need all of my old people from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. We need to pack the place out. So if you're an old Patriot grad, we need you to come out Friday night, support our guys against the Summers County Bobcats. This is Randy out with Patriot TV. Let's go Mountaineers. Let's go Patriots. Let's go Patriots.
Go.